Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Week 10 recap show. He's James the Thrusting Moynihan. I'm Ross Berge. We have your six-pack of topics brought to you by PBR.
It's smooth going down, and don't you know it's smooth coming out. Number one is flair for the dramatics. The Grimsley Bears pulled off a miracle on Monday night as they overcame a 58-point deficit to defeat Team Colella by 13 points behind Michael Vick's 6-touchdown performance. Your thoughts?
This was a truly amazing performance by Vic. He's been absolutely incredible this year and probably MVP of fantasy this year.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable, to say the least. Chuck has hit a wall, and his skid continues. And Grim just lucky to get out of there with a win. Really got to be happy sitting at 5-5, being at 500 for the season.
All right, topic number two, switcheroo. A big win by my team this week, Burgalicious, as I narrowly escaped an upset by picking up the Patriots defense and starting them over the Steelers defense at the last second, which ended up winning me the game. And a big thanks goes out to you, Jim, for helping me brainstorm
Rain, stain, and storm.
before the kickoff. With your consultation, I might not have pulled the trigger.
Yeah, you know what? I was kicking myself afterwards. Really could have used an L to go in your loss column there. But you know what? That move has got to go down as one of the greatest late game switches in fantasy football history. So
Agreed.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
We're going to move on to the blockbuster trade of the week. Michael Vick and Cedric Benson have been shipped off to first place JK for Drew Brees and LaShawn McCoy, who go to the Grimsley Bears. What are your thoughts on this big move?
Personally, I really like this trade for Grim. I'm not ready to cast Vic as a mainstay as an elite quarterback in the league quite yet. He's definitely had a hot streak, and I don't see him keeping it up the rest of the way. And McCoy is better than Benson, obviously, so I'd rather have Brees and over Vic than McCoy over Benson.
Earlier in the show, you said that Michael Vick might be the MVP of the league.
So far.
Kind of eating your words there. Michael Vick has absolutely been dominant.
So far.
In all of the games that he has played, he has not scored less than 20 points. Drew Brees simply cannot say that. And I see Michael Vick continuing to rise up the ranks. Certainly won't be putting up 6 touchdowns each week, but I can see him averaging close to 30 points a week. Love the move for JK. Love it.
All right, looking to next week, we have Rag versus Jed. Personally, I'll take Jed in this one. As long as he starts to die, Foster is always dangerous, and I'll be cheering with Jed at Happy Endings on Sunday against Rag, of course.
Absolutely. I'm actually looking at Rag for this one. I think he's got this one in the bag. He's got CJ going up against that Redskins defense, who, if you watch the game Monday night, obviously, it was pretty bad. That defense is in shambles, and Chris Johnson can run circles around them. And then Deshaun Jackson going up against the New York Football Giants. I really see that as a big game for Deshaun. That's going to be, a slinger, to say. I don't know what that means, but it's going to be a slinger this Sunday. So I see Deshaun and CJ having big weeks.
All right.
Next up is actually our Week 10 marquee matchup. And the Week 11 marquee matchup. This is a very obvious one, as number 1 and number 2 go head-to-head. Burgalicious faces off against Vinny Young's Club Security.
Yeah, obviously the biggest matchup of the year. I'm clearly confident in my team, and I think that trade will hurt JK, like I said, so I really think I'll win this week.
I don't think that's going to happen. I see Michael Vick just continuing to put up huge numbers, close to 30, and the projected score right now is at about 138 to 128. I think it could be that high of a score. We'll see this Sunday.
We will.
We're going to try and get JK on the horn here. Just a minute. Just going to wait on him.
He's bartending right now, but he can take a few minutes out of his day.
Take a second.
Or night.
Evening.
Whatever it is.
He'll be there any second now. Just waiting now on JK.
Just gotta top off that Bud Light.
Hello?
JK,
How's it going?
welcome to the show again.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we're certainly glad to have you. We'll keep this short and simple, JK. You got a big matchup this week against Burgalicious. I got you in this one. Burgalicious, of course, has got himself. I'm sure that you're, picking yourself to win. What do you think about this matchup? You got a score. Who do you think's coming up big? Give it to me.
Man, you know, I do think it's going to be a close matchup. It's definitely one of the bigger ones of the year. I would like to see myself pulling it out. I think if all my players can play up to their potential, that I definitely can. I'm hoping for maybe some injuries on Ross's side, but I'd like to see it be a fair, close matchup.
You'd like to see a close matchup? That doesn't seem to make
What's
sense. Would you like to see a close matchup, you said?
Sure, I'd like to see a close matchup.
I want to see it close too.
Okay, well. I'm facing John, and I would like to see a blowout. So, see how that goes. Who do you think is really the make-or-break star for your team this week?
Actually, I think my new acquisition of Michael Vick could really be a game breaker. I'm not betting on another six touchdown performance, but if he can play on par the way he has the most of the year, I think it's going to be tough.
I agree with you there, JK. I certainly agree with that. I like the move you made earlier today. Can you talk a little bit about how that went down really quickly?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've been impressed by Vic all year in the games that he's played. He is arguably one of the better fantasy football players thus far this year, at least in the quarterback position.
Certainly.
It was tough getting rid of Breeze and McCoy, who's been a top 10 running back all year. And I like Breeze and his consistency, but he just doesn't have the upside that I've seen in at least last year's performance. Vic, on the other hand, he's got the hot streak. He does have the injury bug, at least in the past couple weeks, but one hit in anyone's game, it's just as likely to be Breeze as it is Vic. Benson obviously is a downgrade from McCoy, but I still got McFadden and Gore, and I think they can carry the weight.
Yeah, definitely. Ross has a question for you.
JK,
Ross?
just out of curiosity, what medium did you make this trade over? Was it GChat, text, or cell phone? And how long did it take you to make this trade?
It was mostly done through GChat. In fact, all of it was done through GChat. I started prying Graham yesterday, I guess it was, maybe a couple days before that, just to gauge his interest. I threw out the Breeze and McCoy trade straight up for Vic and Benson. He liked it. I toyed around with trying to get Peyton Hillis from him instead, but Grimm's, I think he's got an eye for the pretty Blues and Peyton Hillis, so I just couldn't quite get him out of Grimm's grasp. But I was able to snag Benson, who he can put up numbers when he wants. Unfortunately, this year he hasn't really wanted to do that much.
He's had some other things on his mind. I think his grandmother passed on earlier this year, so I think he's been dealing with a loss, really.
Well,
and hopefully this week against Buffalo, he will play one for her.
Yeah, I heard. I heard Papa's coming.
Touchdown for her.
Papa's coming to the game in Buffalo, so it should be good.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, clearly a big trade that you made, JK. We'll see how it plays out, not only Sunday, but for the rest of the year. And JK, we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. We're coming to Happy Endings with everybody there.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to see you guys. And Ross, I'll wish you some good luck, but not much.
I appreciate it. I'll take any little I get.
It also invites everyone to come on up on Saturday evening. It should be quite a wonderful night of
hey, if you know a good mechanic in town and can get my car fixed pretty quickly, I'll definitely be there.
Excellent. Well, JK, we will see you this weekend, and we'll see each and every one of you in our dreams. Good night, and God bless.
Later, guys.